What is going on, guys? My name is Jordan. Welcome to another FIFA 14 web app episode. This is the fourth video on the FIFA 14 web app. And last video we did some trading. We started, trading with that 300 coin bid on non-rare gold players. And I said that that method was not going to be the most effective. It was going to be like 70% or 80% effective. So, but that was just to start out for people that don't have, basically any coins, for people that have like maybe 500 coins, 1,000 coins, but now we're gonna go into the next trading method. And like I said, I'm gonna be going up in levels. This is all, based on my experience, FIFA 13, and, in trading there. And, just this is basically all my experience and opinions, on how to trade. So, it's not correct, so don't think that this is the correct way or anything. But it's just one of the things that have helped me just make some coins in FIFA 13. So in FIFA 14, I'm hoping that they will work as well. So in this episode, we are going to go over silver trading, and we are going to go more specific, and we're going to go into the Bundesliga. So you just saw right there, we start out, but let me show you the players that it sold from that, from the other trading method. The first one, some of these players I had to relist because they didn't sell, but I didn't lose coins because I put them up for the same price that I got them. So, again, it's not the most effective way of doing it. You're not gonna sell some, but you will sell some. So it's kind of kind of a risk, a little bit of risk, but not too much, and you won't lose too many coins. So okay, let's go into this trading method now. And so basically, what you want to do with silver players, this one of the most important things about silver players is always going for players that are high in rating and that are rare players. You don't want to go too often you don't want to go for players that are non-rare, because they tend to not sell. They tend to make people not want to buy them, and that's basically it. All comes down to that a lot of them really don't have great stats. Some of them do. There's some hidden gems out there that are non-rare players, but most of them don't have really great stats. That's what makes a rare card, kind of special, because, apart from being shiny, that we all like, the card being shiny and stuff like that. But apart from that, the player does have some pretty good stats. They usually have really well-rounded stats, or they have one really good stat. Like, like a player might be, he might be a 68 or let's say a 65 rare silver player, and he's gonna have 90 pace, and the rest might suck. His shooting might suck, his passing might be horrible and all that, but people are gonna look at that 90 pace and they're gonna go for him. And so that's one of the first things that I advise for you guys to do, is to go for shiny, I guess, rare players. And so we were looking at a few players right here. And basically you want to have a good amount of coins. Like I said in the last video, to keep going up, in trading, you want to have at least around 4,000 or 5,000 coins, so you can actually start trading. Just putting bids, higher bids, and bidding for better players. And so we're looking first at center backs. And so we're gonna start out obviously in the Bundesliga. There's gonna be all Bundesliga players. And we're going to start out with center backs. We're also going to go over goalkeepers and strikers, left mids, left wings, and right wings. So we're going to go over those positions, as well as the center attacking mid. But you'll see right now some of the players that I was looking at. Right now we're looking at center backs. And this Brazilian center back looked pretty decent, I guess. And so I went and looked for him. But unfortunately, his price is kind of the same. So, there was no point on bidding on him, because that's another thing you have to look out for. If the player, let's say the player is going for 500 starting price, and then 550 for buy now. If you bid for that player for 500, and there are other players in the market that are going for 550 and up, there's really not there's not a there's no point basically in bidding for that player for 500 coins, because there's already players in the market that are just 50 coins higher. So it's you probably won't sell them, but it's not a big risk either, so you're not gonna lose too many coins. But that's one thing I wouldn't advise. Except if it's a player that that you see that there's not too many of him. So like if there's a player like that, and there's only like 3 of them, for 550 coins and you have one for 500, then yes, you might be able to put them up and get 100 coins back or 50 coins in profit. But that usually doesn't happen. There usually that player will be in abundance, I guess. So there will be a lot of him. So we're looking now at the at goalkeepers. But in the Bundesliga, there weren't too many good goalkeepers. I mean, there were good goalkeepers, but not to trade with them. We had some players right there from Wolfsburg. Other players from Mainz, from Schalke 04. But when I went and looked at those goalkeepers to see what was the lowest price by now, it was just they were basically all the same. So again, there's no point on bidding on players just for 50 coins less, because you're not gonna, if you sell them anyways, you're just gonna get, it's not gonna be for much. But if you see a player for going for 350 coins, now we're looking at center attacking mids. If you see a player actually for 300 coins on bid, or 350 coins by now, you should I think you should go for that player, even though that player not might be the best. Like this guy right here, 74 rated, doesn't have the best of pace. He's in a center attacking mid, but he's still 74 rated player, and he's eventually he has to sell. So if I bought him for, as you see right there, I bought him for 350 coins. He has to sell for at least 400 coins or 450 coins, and you can even put him up for 500 coins if you want. But it's better to put him 100 coins more than what you bought him for. And I think those type of players will sell. At 74 rated, shiny rare player. They have to sell, and it's just one of those things that it just has to happen. At the beginning of the video, you saw that I bid for a left back, and so now we're gonna look at players that are kind of expensive and that their bids are low. So that player in the beginning that I didn't talk about, but that player in the beginning, we'll look at him at the end again. But that player was a left back, and I checked his price, and his price was 1,300 coins by now, and I got him for, I believe, 900 coins. So right there, you can already make a 400 coin profit if you put them for 1,300 coins too by now, or even if you want to undersell them for 100 coins less, you can do that as well. But it's good to put him up for the same price as other players are going for, because eventually he's gonna have to sell as well. And the player is actually pretty good. He's got some really good pace, and so for right back and left back, you always want to look for that. They're always gonna sell if they have really high stats in pace, and maybe a little bit in defending, but people always look at pace for right backs and left backs. Well, a lot of people look for pace everywhere. They just want pace, in other players. But it's right backs and left backs, you do have to have pace, or else you're just gonna get killed, obviously, in the wings and stuff like that. But now we're looking at right mids, and one of the players that I was looking at was this guy, and that's Obasi. As you can see, I put a bid for him for 1,400 coins, and his buy now was 1,500, and the lowest price for buy now was I think that was the lowest price, 1,500 coins. And so that's good, because the next lowest price for that guy was going to be 1,600 coins. So right there, you can already make a 200 coin profit off of that player if you put him up for the same price as the other people, as the other players are going for. And so that's one of the things you should do. You should don't try to undersell the player unless you get him for a really cheap price. So like, let's say you got a player for 500 coins, and in the market his lowest price is 1,000 coins. Then yes, you put him up for 900 coins, 950, and he'll sell for sure. But in this case, you do want to put them up for the same amount of other cards, from the other lower cards, because if you put them for less, you're not gonna make almost any profit at all. So now we're looking at left mids. I didn't go through all the positions in the Bundesliga. I think the center mid one I didn't go for. I didn't look for any players like that, but I went through a lot of these center forwards and stuff like that. So that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. Hopefully it helped you a little bit. I'm gonna see how this players if they sold or not. Hopefully they did. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. And right now I'm actually gonna go to the GTA midnight launch. So yeah, woo. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Later.